it's Rania here from Socialize. I'm going to teach you today how to create a lot of content without feeling overwhelmed for social media. Because in the end, the content you're creating for social media, the ultimate goal behind it is to get paying clients and customers to buy your product and services. So if you're spending all your time on content creation, you're probably not going to have enough time to service your customers the way you'd like. So in today's video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. If you're interested in that, stay till the end so that you can get all the details that you can use for creating content and being consistent on social media. Now, as usual, for digital marketing tips and tricks, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notified every time a video goes live on Socialize That. So remember, this channel is about using marketing and digital tools so you can combine it and create the results you like online. Creating high value content takes a lot of time. I understand that. And a lot of people struggle with creating a lot of high quality, valuable content for their customers while managing the business side. And I get it. There's Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. There's a lot of different types of social media tools out there that you can use, and that's just social media. You still have email marketing, the newsletter, the email marketing nurture sequence, the email marketing list building, replying to people's emails, writing content for your website, updating your website, doing Facebook ads, doing Instagram ads, doing LinkedIn ads, doing YouTube ads. There's a lot of things to do when you are trying to use online as a tool to grow your business. Now, this video is perfect for anyone who is trying to grow their presence online and be consistent and manage everything to do in their lives. This video is not only targeted to people who sell products online. If you're trying to become an influencer, you can use the steps within this video. If you're trying to build your business while you have a store, this video is perfect for you as well. And if you have an online business, this video is perfect for you as well. Let me just first start off by saying what content you create and how often you create is your schedule. So for me, my ultimate value resource is my YouTube videos. I create 2 YouTube videos a week, and at the same time I create bit-sized pieces of content on Instagram right here. You guys can follow me there. And at the same time, I'm trying to build up my email list. So this means that I'm going to be creating email nurture sequences, I'm going to be creating email newsletters, I'm going to be creating content for Instagram stories, Instagram lives, Instagram posts, and Instagram TV. And at the same time, I'm going to be creating YouTube videos and editing them. Now, I'm a one-person team, and at the same time, I have 2 young kids, my house to take care of, my cooking to take care of, my full-time job, and I also teach at university. So there's a lot of things to manage within my entire posting schedule. So that's why creating consistent content is a big issue for me. And I've actually put together a system that helps me be more consistent. As long as I follow the system, I'm going to be consistent. So the first step for you to be consistent, you have to have a lot of content. The number one thing I start off with is brainstorming. I sit down once a month and I give myself an hour or 2, one after another, without any interruption. So I make my phone silent, I make sure that my kids are in bed, I make sure that everything's taken care of in my environment so that I won't be interrupted while I'm brainstorming. The reason for this is because the longer you stay in this mindset, the more optimized your ideas will come. That's why batching content makes things so much easier and so much more valuable, and you get things done faster just because you're already used to, for example, talking on video. You're already dressed, you already have your makeup on if you're a girl, and you already have everything ready to go and get your video done, right? When you have ideas ready, it will help you be way more consistent on the long run. Schedule it in right now. Pause this video, open up your Google Calendar or whatever calendar system you use, and schedule in an hour or 2 per month to brainstorm all the ideas that you have. When you finish the first step, which is brainstorming the content, the second step is determining which platforms each topic will be used for. So that means if a topic is great for a YouTube video, you'll put next to it YouTube. If a topic is perfect for an Instagram post, you'll put it as an Instagram post. And then you keep doing that until you get the entire list done. And then step number 3, you go onto your social media profiles and you start asking every single person there, what would you like to learn from me? Some people will answer, some people will not. It's fine. But as long as you have your brainstorm list, that will also help you in the beginning to get consistent with the content you're creating. And then jot down all the ideas you got from your followers. Then again, make sure that they're put into a certain category, put next to the column, and you fit in this information. Then step number 4, you have to have pictures, right? We're in a visual world. I'm all for creating content that's written and everything, but if you add in a photo, you're not going to lose anything, right? So you need to actually design a photo or take a photo of something. If you need to get a photographer on your team to schedule out the entire month's worth of videos, you can also do that. I personally use a photographer, so I basically put a whole bunch of clothes in a suitcase and I walk around and he walks around with me and we take pictures and I change out the outfits all in one day so that I won't waste a single minute. And usually it doesn't take longer than 2 hours. My photographer is Rania Al-Hajj. You can see his Instagram page right here. And if you're in Lebanon, you can hire him. He's amazing in photography. So now you have your visuals, you have your topics, you need to actually create the content. You need to sit down and put some time creating the content. You'll need to bring together the visuals with the topic ideas, match the ones that fit the best, ideas that you want to talk about, and put them together. Now remember, if you're making any kind of video for social media, your visual is going to be the video. It might be your thumbnail, but most probably it's going to be the video. This doesn't mean that every time you have a topic, you get up and you take the camera and you take a video. It means you're going to batch in time, just like you're going to batch in time to write, you're going to batch in time to do the videos. Now, before I continue about batching, I need to make something very clear. You need to look at how your month usually goes. So if you're really busy at the beginning of the month, all this work shouldn't be at the beginning of the month, even though it makes sense to start off doing something amazing at the beginning of the month. So look for the time frame that you are the least busy, brainstorm and do all the batching then. As a beginning, you might find it really hard to do an entire month's worth of content. I agree with this. I usually batch my videos for bi-weekly, but the ideas are already there. I'm constantly asking my audience, what do you want as a YouTube video? I'm even talking to people that I meet on the street about their businesses, about what they're struggling with on social media. But you could do this online as well. You can go into Facebook groups and talk to people, ask questions, and so on. Comment below and tell me what topics would you like for me to create so that I can create YouTube videos for you in specific, and I'll shout you out in the video as well. See what I did there? I actually ask you to write down what you want to learn from me, and that way I have more content to create from. Let's move on. Next, you're going to need to look at it from a strategic perspective. It means you need to take yourself out of this perspective and look at the content, how it flows from beginning to end, from the beginning of the month to the end of the month. You need to also pay attention. If you have a launch, you need to make sure your content matches that. So if you're going to lead up to a launch about, let's say, Facebook ads, your content throughout the month needs to be talking about Facebook ads. You need to have something related to your launch plan and factor that in as well. If you're launching a new product, let's say you're doing tags for animals, you gotta be talking about how tags for animals keep them safe, how tags for animals can be customized, how tags for animals can be designed. And you start talking about the entire process before you actually launch the product. That way, your customers will be intrigued. This person doesn't usually do dog tags. Why is this person talking about dog tags? And they'll start learning more from you just because they're curious. And then when you do launch, they'll understand the entire picture that you've created. Now remember, sometimes the length that you're going to take the customer from point A to point B to point C shouldn't be too long for you to get the customer to understand the concept. So if you're trying to sell dog tags, you should probably talk about the dog tags 1 or 2 times before you actually launch the dog tag. But if you're talking about a Facebook ads course, you can be talking about it for an entire month, because Facebook ads are really difficult and really hard for someone to understand and grasp all the information in the right way. Because at the same time, you need to remember, this customer is going to learn from you, and then if there's an implementation phase, they need time to implement. So after you look at it strategically, the last step is scheduling out your content. Use any kind of scheduling tool. On Facebook, you can schedule out content directly on Facebook. On YouTube, you can also schedule out content directly on YouTube. On Instagram, you can use programs like Later or Planoly, and just go on to Google and search scheduling tool for Twitter, scheduling tool for Instagram, and you're going to find millions and millions of options. And then you can test out whichever ones you want. For me, I use Facebook scheduling directly on Facebook, YouTube scheduling directly on YouTube, and Instagram scheduling on Planoly. Now, after you have everything scheduled, you do still need to pop in every once in a while to make sure the content is actually being scheduled. Make sure there's no technical errors. And then you also need to schedule in time for you to engage with your audience, because just posting and leaving no longer works on social media. You need to actually build a community. Now, I know everything that I just talked about probably gave you a huge headache. This all can be done in a couple of hours. All in all, it's going to take you around 8 to 10 hours to do this entire process, and it's up to you to create it over a long period of time or in a condensed format, and keep the content creation in the video in one sitting, the content creation for writing in one sitting, the content creation for scheduling in one sitting. The reason for this is because you're going to be working in an optimized level in a better way. And you can also benefit from my Instagram guide or my Instagram's checklist that you can find in the box below. Now, if you're going to be batching content for Instagram, you can also check out this Instagram hashtag video, which will help you learn all about hashtags and how you can create different groups that are strategic for your Instagram content. Also, if you're going to be creating content for Facebook, make sure your Facebook page is optimized, as you can learn here in this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. And please do share this video with a friend that's struggling with actually creating consistent content. I'll see you in the next video.